What up, folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing Prince of Persia The Two Thrones, which was made by Ubisoft, and it was released on the Xbox, GameCube, and PlayStation 2, and it was pretty much re-released on the Nintendo Wii as Prince of Persia Rival Swords. And it picks up where Prince of Persia Warrior Within left off, with the prince defeating the Dakasha. I know I'm like butchering the name of that creature, but he kills that particular creature to save Kalina, who turns out to be the Empress of Time from Prince of Persia Warrior Within. And he stopped the sands of time from like being made, but it made a unintended consequence where the event is like as if the events from Prince of Persia from Sands of Time never took place, and it starts with a cutscene of Kalina and the prince going back to Babylon from the island of time, only to find that Babylon ended up being destroyed, from an attack that left like a certain amount of people dead and some of the buildings on fire. Then their ship get attacked, and they ended up being shipwrecked and being washed up on the shore of Babylon, where a couple of guards kidnapped Kalina, and he pretty much goes after her, and he eventually finds her, but he ends up going to finding a fish knife. And with that, he does complain that he pretty much can't find a decent sword, when he found it. So he eventually finds where the two guards took Kalina, and he finds this one like evil ruler named the Vizier or something like that. I know I'm not pronouncing his name right, but this is the name of this particular antagonist for the game, and this pretty much, and the prince ended up watching his guys kill Kalina in the process, and one of his goons pretty much uses a thing called the dagger tail, and it attaches to the prince's left arm, and like later on in the game, he meets up with Farah from Prince of Persia Sands of Time. And the prince pretty much calls her out by name, and she was like, "How do you even know my name?" Considering the fact that because the prince stopped the Sands of Time from being made, she pretty much don't even remember him. She pretty much don't even know him because he stopped the Sands of Time from being made, and the events of Prince of Persia Sands of Time didn't even happen from that standpoint. But the prince does find out that there's like a darker version of him, pretty much like slowly possessing him, and he changes to the Dark Prince. Like after this particular cutscene of the Vizier kills like Kalina, and the first time he changes it to the Dark Prince is where you encounter the first boss. With that being said, he's like the prince is pretty much the prince turns into the Dark Prince at certain points in the game. But one thing about the prince is that he's like dangerous, cruel, and cold, sarcastic, and all that. and he's using the prince to pretty much serve his own sick purposes and all that. And so the prince pretty much has this inner struggle with the dark prince and all that. And when the prince changes to the dark prince, pretty much the health of the dark prince slowly decreases, and he has to kill so the sand creatures to swim the sands to regain his health. And like one thing about this inner struggle that this prince has with the dark prince, they constantly pretty much at war after he changes the first time, and like after you kill the vizier, you pretty much towards the end of the game, after you kill the vizier, you have to like inner struggle with pretty much the end of the struggle continues, and it's like before the last time the dark prince is practically taunting him the whole time while he's trying to escape it. And once the dark prince realizing that the prince is get out way, it's like come back, and all that. And once he escaped, the prince practically ended up waking up and seeing Pharaoh, you know. So the whole thing of him of the prince dealing with the dark prince for the final time was pretty much in his head, pretty much. Now, since the prince changes to the dark prince at different points in the game, you're pretty much gonna play as both. But there are a few things that's exclusive to the prince and the dark prince. The main thing about the prince is that he's able to pick up like specific secondary weapons that are separated into 4 classes, which are like swords, axes, mace, and daggers. And all 4 of them has like a specific like strength to them. Pretty much strengths and weaknesses. Like the swords are more well balanced, and the axe wield like more damage than the other 3, but it's like real slow when it's being swung. And the maces do like more strong attacks on grounding, and you could pretty much, and the daggers are more stronger as far as throwing is concerned. And as far as the dark prince is concerned, he can't pick up any secondary weapons. All he has is the dagger time and the dagger tail. And he can use the dagger tail to swing from different poles. They can do wall runs from it. And you can also pull out different rings from blocks too. And one thing about it is like the prince, after he finds the fish knife, he pretty much eventually replaces it with the dagger time. And another thing is that it has to do with the moves that the prince can use, and a lot of it's separated into the moves in the game are separated into 3 categories, which are the prince and dark prince common moves, the moves that the prince can only use, and the moves that the dark prince can only use. And it is only the moves that the dark prince can use that were pretty much added to the game, which was a nice touch in my opinion. And another thing that's in the game that's in Prince of Persia Sands of Time and Prince of Persia Warrior Within is the water fountain, where you use it to save the game and replenish your health. So that part of it hasn't changed at all. You can also utilize like some sand clouds for the for the time powers, and then there's the sand collection where you use that to unlock like art and videos from the in the extra features. Then there's two additions to the game which are nice. One of them is the chariot racing, the other is the speed kill. Pretty much the chariot race is real simple. You get on like a chariot to chase down enemies or to get to a certain place that's really far, that's like far away. The speed kill is the more interesting out of the two. It's pretty much where the princess uses stealth to take out an enemy, and the game will let you know when to use will tell you when to execute the speed kill and how to execute the speed kill. In the GameCube version, you have to press Y to really execute it. While you're the prince, you have to press B at the right time while the dagger is shining to use it against a particular enemy. And the number of times you have to press B, it really does depend on which enemy you use the speed kill against. It could be like one time, twice, or three times. The dark prince, on the other hand, you have to press Y instead of B to take them out. But if you press B or Y, if you press it if you press not A but B or Y at the wrong time, that I should say, then the speed kill will fail and the enemy will pretty much counter. Then you have to fight them heads up. Honestly, the speed kill is kind of like the best addition to Prince of Persia The Two Thrones, in my opinion. Now, the graphics in the gameplay, not the gameplay, but the level design, it is the best I have seen within the Prince of Persia Sands of Time trilogy. Is really like well designed and all that. And the gameplay is the best aspect in my opinion, mainly because of the speed kills and the Dark Prince is like implemented in the game. You can like pretty much play him, of course. That means plus because of the additional moves that you can use through like the course of the game. And the soundtrack is back to the like the soundtrack of the Prince of Persia Sands of Time, because they deviated with rock music in Warrior Within. But I'm pretty much glad that they went back to the ancient Persian music as the soundtrack for Warrior for the Two Thrones. And in my opinion, this Prince of Persia The Two Thrones is the best Prince of Persia game within the Sands of Time trilogy. And as far as the score, I definitely give it a 9 because of the additions and stuff like that. I don't really have any major gripes with the game. And if I had any gripes, it would come off as nitpicking, in my opinion. Nah, with that being said, if you like Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, you can mention it in the comment section. If you want to talk about the other Prince of Persia games within the franchise, you can talk about that also. If you like this video, you can click the thumbs up button. Don't hesitate to do it. If you like, and don't hesitate to don't forget to don't forget to subscribe is what I'm trying to say. Is having a brain fart right about now. With that being said, this is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.